Hey, Dr. Josh here with Patient Mastery. In this quick training, I'm going to share with you the number one secret, the number one factor to increasing profits with less effort, less time, less money, energy. When you think about any business or chiropractic practice, in terms of increasing the collections, but really the profits is what counts. What are the factors? Okay, maybe it's more new patients, raising fees, patients staying with you longer, less drop-offs. Patients may be buying other things. You add modalities, you add other services, you add supplements. They're going sideways and adding more stuff. Reducing aspects of your overhead that maybe aren't contributing to your growth. These are standard ways to increase your profits. All of them take an amount of change. So adding new patients, hey, that's the number one goal. Pretty much most chiropractors, more new patients. How do we get more new patients? If there was one way and it always worked, there would never be that question. But it's different for every provider based on your area, what you resonate with, what you love, what you want to do. So adding new patients is not easy. That's the age-old question for chiropractors. Retention, getting patients to stay longer, that's also an incredible skill that needs to be learned and strengthened. It's not gonna happen overnight by flipping a switch of increasing your retention. Whether it's completing the initial care protocol or staying with you after the initial care protocol as the doc who keeps me at my best and keeps getting me better. Buying other stuff. Sure, you could do it, but then there's, what do I do? Do I believe in it? The expense of the new modalities, setting it up. Do you need someone to administer it? And I'm not knocking it, but that's not something that's gonna happen like that. It takes time. And none of those work if you're not getting chiro paid for and followed directly. The next modality isn't gonna make a difference. You say lowering your overhead. Well, gotta be careful, because do you really have an analysis of what pieces of your overhead aren't contributing to your growth? That could be difficult. Hey, if it's a team member who's obviously not an A player, that helps, but probably they need to be replaced rather than just let go of. So reducing overhead, that's an iffy thing outside of, hey, a few $100 service here, $100 service here, that is really just stupid and irrelevant. There's a lot of that in chiro. Your choice to how deep you want to analyze, is this really making me money or not, or just making me feel good? Now the last one, and this is the point, raising your fees. No more new patients, no change in retention, no adding modalities, new services, people, team, analyzing your overhead. Just the simple act of, you've got something on a piece of paper, whether it's an office visit or a plan, and you're just literally changing a number. Of course, there is a strategy to this. You've got to be aligned with it. It can't just be randomly or gratuitously doubling your fee or whatever else is taught out there. But when you do it right, you could change that in seconds, print off new forms, and literally the next month, whether it's existing patients, a new fee, or brand new patients who have no idea what your fees were, even though you do, and are only expecting, hey, your fee is your fee. So they didn't know that it was different a week ago or 7 minutes ago. But the number one secret to increasing your profits with the least amount of energy, time, effort, or expense is increasing your fees. And not from a place of how much can we get out of people or patients, not from a place of greed, but from a place of, I deserve to make more if you want to. And I know the difference I'm making in patients' lives is exponentially more valuable than what I'm charging and what they're paying. And when you own that, and we show you how to in Patient Mastery, the headspace, the communication, the ease of the forms. I mean, literally, if a 5-year-old can't understand your care recommendations and fee structures, they're too complicated. Because a 45-year-old, a 55-year-old in pain, stressed, anxious, skeptical, is at the same brain width as a 5-year-old checked out. As soon as there's an ounce of not super simple, clear, easy forward, which doesn't mean cheap, it's, let me see what else is out there. Whether it's another chiropractor or another service altogether. Bottom line is, if you want to know how to charge what you're worth, which is a small fraction of the difference you're making in patients' lives, which makes it so easy for them to pay you, that is one of the things we teach in Patient Mastery without you feeling like a salesperson, without you having to drown patients in education, without having to use fear tactics of turning molehills into mountains of patients' symptoms and conditions. It's probably not what you signed up for being a chiropractor. You signed up to be a pillar in your community of shining light, to be the go-to health provider, help people get well, stay well, and get back to their life and have the best life. There's no room. You don't need to be salesy, fear tactics, manipulative, turn the knife. No, you could just be honest, authentic, and powerful. That's the patient mastery proven process. And you'd be proud if your own mother went through the process in a provider, in a patient mastery doctor's office. When you can say that, you can charge what you want, get paid what you want, provide the family lifestyle you want, and have the future you want. That's what we teach in patient mastery. And if you're looking to make more profits, the easiest, quickest, most cost-effective way is increasing the fees. And there's ways to do it, and there's ways to mess it up. We'll show you the way to do it. Go to patientmastery.com, reach out online, comment I'm ready, and we'll connect and see if it's a right fit for your goals and your practice.